Welcome to the Thompson floor plan by Taylor Morrison Homes over in Ladera Trails on the Queen Creek Santan border. And this is one of the new floor plans that came out in the Venture 2 collection. So let's go check it out and take a look. All right, so heading inside, the first thing you're gonna notice is this beautiful iron front door. And this is an option available through Taylor Morrison on all of their homes. Now, is it cheap? Of course not. Iron front doors are never cheap. But it is a lovely look to see there, and I do like the floor light to let in some more natural light in this hallway. But we'll first head into this guest bedroom wing over here. And this is a good sized guest bedroom, and on the Venture 2 plans, remember that you get moved up to the 10-foot flat ceilings versus the 9-foot flats you're gonna find on Core and Passage, the two smaller collections here. Good sized bedroom, you have the queen bed there, 2 nightstands with space over there. I love shutters whenever you see them. Again, it's a model, it is dolled up, but I do love to see the shutters there. Slider closet back there, but it actually looks to be a little bit deeper than your typical slider. So usually you can't walk into your slider with the shelves, but this one you actually could. So it's not a walk-in, but it is a deeper slider. So it's nice if you want to put a dresser or some sort of cabinet in there and not have it hit the doors or have to take those doors off. But overall, not a bad size room. Do have a little coat closet right over here as well. Makes sense, we're right by that front door. And this house too as well, I talked this in my other Venture 2 collection short, that one being the original model home next door, but these are the different drywall finishes they offer. This is the orange peel knockdown that's included along with the included rounded corners. So it's usually about $3,000 to $4,000. But heading into this guest bathroom, I like again that they did the dual sinks over here, and you do have a nice tub shower combo along with the tile lay option up to the ceiling. Something else you will notice in these floor plans too, in the guest bathrooms and the master bathrooms, it does have the drop down ceiling above the shower. So you see on the spec sheets where it says 9 to 10 feet as included per plan, that's the 9 feet. The 10 feet is everywhere else, as you can see here. And again, with it being the model, they did the optional recessed cans in the corners of each room. This is a more standard size slider closet, but I do also like the fact this is a very nice size guest bedroom still. You've got a queen bed here, a nightstand, and a small desk in front of that window there. I do like the variance. And of course, this dresser over here, but plenty of space for kids or for guests. Not too bad at all. All right, so to the other side of the front door area, going back out here, you have your den area. Now, this would be too small to make a true bedroom, so this is not a bedroom option space, but I do love it still as a den. They did do the optional French doors with the glass, and well, with the furniture they have staged here, it'd be a little tight to try to close it right now. It is still a nice wide space, and I do love the cabinet behind. So think about it. If you're on a Zoom meeting and you're trying to take a call, you do have a nice focal background back here and get to look out at those amazing mountain views from the Santan Mountain region. That's, of course, all around the lots here in Ladera Trails. But heading out of this space and going into the rest of the space here, you're gonna walk down this hallway, and you're gonna notice over here on the left side, there's a little courtyard. Now, you could use this as a couple other different things in theory. One is, of course, a courtyard, but you also could use it maybe like a little terrarium or just another hangout space to relax. It's not gonna replace your backyard ever, but it's cool to have just a secondary little space in the middle of the house. And it's literally right in the middle of the house, as you can see right here on the floor plan. But as we walk out of there, we're gonna head into this living area. First off, this is a very nice sized living room. I love the built-ins they did there with a big sectional to show the space, and it did 2 accent chairs. Lots of space to hang out here. Of course, it being the model, they did surround sound and those recessed cans I was talking about earlier. And this kitchen has lots of counter space. They did the optional waterfall countertops here with the quartz, and then they did this light gray cabinet here. This one does have an optional gourmet kitchen, so it's not as dolled up as the chef's kitchen you're gonna see on the Ridgeline plan, but it's a nice in-between from what's standard to what you can get with all the money. And it does still have the GE Monogram appliances, of course, the range vent, the 5-burner gas cooktop, dishwasher here in the island. This one they did option with the built-in fridge as well, and those double ovens, and still a walk-in pantry. Now it's more of a corner layout than a big true walk-in, but I would still consider it a walk-in as I can stand in and shut this door. But heading out of here, we'll go into that dining space over there next. And that's a pretty good sized dining space. They do have 6 seats for staging, but you could do 8 if you don't have a buffet cabinet here. And again, lovely, lovely, lovely views here in Ladera Trails of those Santan Mountains. And since it's starting to warm up a little bit too, might as well go check out the pool. No, I can't jump into it, unfortunately, but doesn't mean we can't go see it. And while we're out here, we'll talk about this backyard and the space a little bit. You do have a very nice sized cover patio, very similar to the Ridgeline where it's kind of a C-U shape around the house where the patio sits here. But you do have plenty of seating space. You can see a 6-seater table with lots of room on each side to maneuver around. They did the optional slider back there and of course the optional French door off of the master primary bedroom there, which we'll get to that here in a minute. But this is, as you can see, a pool-sized backyard. And it's a very nice sized pool at that too. This one they did with a big Baja shelf. Granted, if you're building a pool, you don't have to do that. It's purely your choice. But I do like the fact they also showed it with the big hot tub back there too to overlook those mountains. And you'll see in Ladera Trails, most of these lots, it's actually a very small amount of lots that even back other lots directly. Most of these do have common space in between. That's all natural desert landscape. It's very pretty, very hard to find in the East Valley just because of our topography here. But lots of space over here, and you will see because of elevation changes too, some of the home sites might sit higher than other ones. Like we're sitting higher than that Ridgeline model next door, but we're also sitting lower than the Olympic model next door. So just a couple little factoids about mountainside living here. And thankfully, no snakes so far, but I would always say put snake guard up or something like that on the back fence to try to help alleviate those bad boys. But we will head back inside now. And before we go into the primary master suite, I do want to talk a little bit about Ladera Trails and show you a couple other spaces. So Ladera Trails is a brand new intimate community here in the Queen Creek Santan area with only a few hundred homes, them being from Toll Brothers, Taylor Morrison, and eventually some custom lots coming too. While sales just started for Taylor Morrison, things are moving pretty quickly so far, and these are some really unique properties for not a crazy amount of money. These are not million-dollar homes, so to get these types of amount of views with this amount of space for this money in a desirable East Valley location, very hard to find, as I'm sure most of you are aware of. But over here, you're gonna have the laundry space. This one they did option with the cabinets and a sink to show you what it does look like. I love these little shelves with the white towels above. It's very pretty and elegant. Now, they did stage it, of course, with a washer and dryer. Would you buy your own, bring your own? That's up to you. And then you do have this little half bath over here as well on the other side of the courtyard. So when I was talking about the U shape of this house, on the other side is the guest bedroom, back side is like the master, the living area, and then this side's laundry, the half bath, and then behind will be the garage area. And this garage is a 3-car tandem garage, which is really nice to see. Of course, it does have the optional soft water loop there. It does come with the tankless hot water heater. And with those taller ceilings, it is nice for larger vehicles, both from a height standpoint and a length standpoint, if you do need ability to park them in the garage, because it does still have an 8-foot garage door. But we will head back inside and check out the master suite. And it is definitely last but not least. So this one, we're gonna come through the bedroom area here too. And I do love, again, these mountain views. I just can't stop talking about them, thinking about them. They're amazing. Look at these views off the bedroom. And of course, with the pool there, with the water, it's just even better. Now, you do have the 2 pocket windows above the bed, which I always like to see. Of course, that French door I was talking about earlier. And I do like they did tile in the bedroom for a design standpoint versus carpet. And this one's a little interesting. So the Ridgeline model had the big walk-in shower. This one has the more standard setup, which is the tub shower split, but it's still a lot nicer than your typical tub shower split. You do get a free-floating tub with that split. Of course, you do also get a shower, which is actually still a very good size. This is not a tiny shower. It's got a bench back there, space for 2 theoretically. I'll let people decide on their own, but it is nice to see that, and I love how they designed it with the tile all the way around. And you do still have a linen closet here, toilet room back there, 2 nice-sized vanities over this way, and then the walk-in closet. So if you are interested in this floor plan or any of their homes here in Ladera Trails, my contact information is below, and I look forward to helping on your home buying journey.